Welcome back to the Muster Point podcast Beyond the Wire. Today I'm joined by Alex Harrison, Grenadier Guard, Afghan veteran, TikTok gobshite, one-eyed wonder, and living proof that when the universe fires a round through your skull, you could still get up swinging. Alex takes us from the parade square to Herrick 6, through Iraq, Kajaki, and that brutal day in Mazdarak when his life changed forever. We dive into the madness of being shot in the head, the dark humour that keeps blokes alive, and battles with booze and PTSD, and how he rebuilt himself into a content creator, podcaster and stand-up comic. Oh yeah, he'll also be performing live at our Remembrance Ball this November, bringing that trademark squaddie humour to a night that blends reflection with a good dose of laughter. This one's raw, graphic and brutally funny in places, exactly how veterans tell it. So buckle up, brew in hand, because this one's a proper eye-opener. And what an opportunity. Hang on. There we are, two one-eyed brothers sat across the mics. That's cutting-edge podcasting. Right, let's get into it. Right, Alex Harrison. I was going to say that we ain't seen each other since about 2012, but as we've just discussed, I see your face pretty much every day on social media, popping up on every platform. How you doing?
Not too bad, mate. How are you? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. So it's an Eyes Out parade today. So Alex and I one-eyed wonder boys from another mother. So I thought I'd join him. But yeah, tell us about how you lost your eye. I know you served with, and a bit about your, because you was on Op Herrick 11, was you? Was it 11
No.
you were on?
6.
No, 6. Fucking hell, old sweat. Bloody
Oh
hell.
yeah. I'm only 38, but yeah, I'm considered one of the old boys. 36? No, 38. I can't even remember my own age.
Yeah, I had that problem.
Yeah, so I joined the army in 2003, straight off the back of about 4 years of being a cadet. And I was cat badged Grenadier as a cadet. So, you know, when you're in the cadets, you have to do all your military history and stuff like that. So I was doing all of that stuff, which was great. And I learned a lot about the regiment. And it got to the point where I was about 15 and a half, I think. And, you know, life at home is rubbish, broken family, grew up on a council estate, got into trouble with the local authorities quite a bit, smoked quite a bit of wacky backy.
Yeah.
And it sort of dawned on me, school wasn't going well. I need to do something with my life. I need to change something massively. So I was like, right, I'm going to go in the army. And walked into the recruiting office with my mum by my side, because at that age you need your parents' permission. Walked in and said, yeah, I want to be a grenadier. So luckily for me, the chap behind the desk was a Grenadier Guard, Sergeant Gold.
Yeah, there you go.
Shout out. Yeah, still, I've met him a few fucking years ago, actually. Oh yeah, before we go like proper into it, how squaddie do you want me to go?
Fuck it, say what you want, mate. Go squaddie.
Because I can do full corporate and be very polite and articulated.
Fuck that, I'm swearing all the time. I fucking sit here vaping and then I have to edit out the crackling. I'm like, oh shit. Go whatever. Go full Alex Harrison, mate.
Go full squad, yeah. No, that's cool. So I joined 2003 as a grenadier, went to Harrogate. I did my exams in June, July time, and then by September I was at Harrogate Army Foundation College. So I was literally a couple of months over 16. Fucking got there, did a full year at Harrogate, went to Cattrick after that. Those that don't know, when you do, or back in my day, when you do Harrogate, you do a shorter version of Cattrick, which is infantry training school. You do 10 weeks but I went down with a heat injury about 3 weeks in, and then got back squadded. So I did an extended tour of fucking Catterick. So yeah, then after that, got to Nijmegen Company, did all the ceremonial stuff, bearskin, tunic, did a troop in a colour in 2005. Then spent 9 months in Nijmegen Company, went to battalion. At that point, they was based in Windsor Barracks, Windsor, Alexander. Brain injury. This is where the brain
exactly,
injury
mate.
comes. So they was based in Windsor, and literally about 4 months after getting there, they moved to Aldershot, and we were straight into pre-deployment training for Iraq, which was a big fucking, no pun intended, eye opener.
Yeah.
You know, where you put your big boys pants on and you do proper soldiering stuff.
Talking of big boys pants, I've spoke to a lot of people that joined up at like that 15 and a half, 16 years old, and you get to your unit, it's that you're surrounded by like big hairy ass men. What was that like for you? Was it a baptism of fire like I've heard about?
To a degree, yeah, because I went to Harrogate and did the full year course. By the time I actually got to battalion, I 18 and a bit. So I'd done like 18 months, 2 years, 2 and a bit years for fuck all really, because your colour service doesn't start until you turn 18.
Yeah.
But yeah, then when I got to battalion, it was very different vibe. Like you said, you know, big hairy fucking blokes that's been there, done that, you know, fired a few fucking shots in anger. And it is, I don't really know how to describe it, because you've got to sort of be there and live it. But it's, definitely sort of wakes you up a little bit, and it makes, for me anyway, I know there's some proper mongs out there that got to battalion and are just like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah.
I mean, for me, obviously I joined later in life. I think I was 21, 22 when I went through basics. Like, in essence, I was an old man for basic training. So when I got to my unit, I had that life experience. I was like, I can I was still just sprog, but I could sort of fit in. But I saw like young lads coming out of basic trade or basic and then phase 2 and thinking, fucking hell, I'm the nuts here. Then they get to their unit, it's like, wind your fucking neck in, mate. This is the real world.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, because you know, especially as a, I consider myself as, at that point when I got to battalion, I consider myself a old timer, because I'd done cadets as all fucking cadets do. You know, you're fucking, oh yeah, I'm a fucking army cadet. I'm fucking nails. Then you go to training and you go, oh shit, hang on, maybe not. And then you start, you know, you do a bit of fucking time in training, and it sort of gives you the fucking G up that soldiers like and whatever. And then you get to battalion, and then it's another awakening of like, oh shit, hang on a minute, these are lads that's actually been down the 2-way range. Because my battalion had just got back from, I think it is Bosnia. I just missed out on. So they just come back from a Bosnia tour. I don't think it was that kinetic, but you know, it's a fucking tour duty, isn't it? So it's, you know, there was a real threat there, and so it was a fucking real big eye opener, and like fucking get back in your fucking box, Alex. Stop being a knob. For there.
So
go on.
So you deployed on Herrick 6, you just said, wasn't it?
Yeah. So that was my second tour.
Your second tour, fucking hell! They hit you straight away, did they?
Yeah. Like I said, I got to battalion. We moved to Aldershot, straight into pre-deployment training for Iraq. We went to Iraq in 2000. Went to Iraq in 2006, and it was no special. Got shot at for the first time by an American.
Cheers, lads.
Yeah, cheers, lads. So I should probably give a bit of backstory to that and a bit of context. So we was first 6 weeks in Baghdad. We was up here first 6 weeks. First 6 weeks in Iraq, I was up in Baghdad, and our role was just basically chaperone 5-star generals around and like provide protection force for them in the green zone. And the green zone in Baghdad is very different to the green zone that everyone talks about in Afghan. because the green zone in Afghan is like where all the trees and stuff, actual greenery. Where in the green zone in Baghdad is basically the safe zone. It's all controlled by the US military and stuff. So yeah, just like chaperoning 5-star generals and stuff around. But then we would be doing like supply runs and pickup runs or drop off runs to the airport, which we went down a route called A1, which is like the main in and out motorway type road from the green zone to the APOD. We was just going down there to do a supply run one day, and was caught up with an American unit doing an ID clearance, and we just, bear in mind we was in snatches, UK military, big UK flag in the window, and SAATs, the whole, that you could not like get it wrong. We was British military,
cups of tea in hand, like
I mean, we was doing castle drills. Have you ever done castle drills?
Oh, I haven't. No, go on.
So when you're on top cover, you're doing sort of freight, as you're looking and moving left to right, you're going in a formation of like a castle top. It's to make it look like you're properly looking. Most of the time we was half fucking sleep, but got to go through the motions, haven't you? And we got caught up with this American ID clearance team. And we just got a bit too close to them because they was taking the whole road up. We slowed down, and the intention was just to go round them, leave them to what they're fucking doing. We don't really fucking care. And I was on top cover of the front vehicle, and we got a bit too close. They was giving it a kiff. We're fucking British, There's nothing about us that doesn't say, that says we're fucking Iraqi. And then their rear gunner on a 50 cal fired a warning shot into the soft verge. He was like, "Oh, that's how you're going to play, is it?" Like, literally drove across the centre reservation, the grass verge in between the two bits of tarmac, drove over that, turned around, fucked off home. So it was like, "Yeah, we're not fucking playing with them. We'll do that. We'll do it later." So yeah, that was the first time I was shot at.
Who needs enemies when you got friends like that, eh?
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, but anybody who's worked with the Americans, and I'm sorry if any Americans actually listen to this, but you are known as shoot first, ask questions later. Like, I follow quite a few American military content creators on TikTok, and they one of them said something that has always stuck with me. American way is accuracy by volume.
Yeah.
Like, they don't give a shit how many rounds they're getting down range. Just get the rounds down range, and one of them will hit.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh shit, yeah, that is pretty accurate. Spent 6 weeks in Baghdad, then went down to Shaiba logistics base, Shaibifa as we called it, because it was an absolute blast. Got mortared pretty. I don't know if it was daily, but we got IDF a lot down there. First time we got mortared, me and my mate Chris, we was those that have never been to Shaiba logistics base, is an old airfield that's got 2 runways down it, and then either side of the old runways are all the like accommodation and utility. So one side is the big field hospital, and then in the middle there's all the accommodation camps, and then at the end of the runways was like the admin area. I don't know if that's the right word, but it had Pizza Hut, had the Naffy, had a little shop. I think there was a burger joint or something up there, but yeah, lucky shop. Everything was at one end. So our camp that we was in was like halfway down the runway, and me and my mate Chris, we was walking up the runway to go to the Naffy, and we was just sort of fucking walking up, and we got to a point where we was sort of in the middle of nowhere, because like, those that's ever walked down the runway, they're super long. Yeah, they're massive. Yeah, it takes you a while to walk down them. And we was just fucking sort of in between like gaps of camps. There wasn't really anything around us. And then next thing we was, that the definite whistle of a mortar, and we was like, the fuck is that? Looked up, we saw the two streams, the airstreams. I don't know what the vapor trails, of the two mortars, and we're like, oh shit, what is that? Because we'd not been mortared before, so we was a bit confused of what it was. Yeah. And then the IDF alarm went off, the mortar alarm went off, and we were like, oh shit, we're getting mortared. So we fucking, at that point, like, the threat level was pretty low. So as long as you've got your body armor, helmet, and weapon on you, that's all you sort of needed. You didn't have to either be wearing it, you just had to have it on your person. So I don't even think we had like a magazine on our fucking weapons. Do you know what I mean? It was like so low key. It was ridiculous. So yeah, we fucking dived into like this slightly lower bit of ground and pulled our body armor and helmet out, got it on, and then we sort of laid there waiting for the splash. And it was fucking miles away. And we was like, looked at each other just like, why did we overreact to that? That was, And anyway, we fucking, it got cleared and we moved on, got up to the NAFI. We was talking to one of the lance sergeants from our regiment up at the thingy, and he'd done the Bosnia tour before. And he was like, oh yeah, if you can hear them and see them in the air, you're not going to get hit by them. And we're like, that makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense. Yeah. So
it's quite an eventful stroll out to get some pizza with your mate. Fucking just get some IDF coming in, like
it was pretty fucking abnormal. But you find me a soldier that's not been in an abnormal fucking situation.
But I think we as veterans of squaddies, we like minimise stuff because that ain't an everyday event, is it? And I know you laugh it off and it's like, fucking dickheads, what were we doing? But especially being young, it's quite eventful, should I say?
Oh yeah, I mean, me and Chris, we was both 18 at the time. In fact, we both turned 19 out in Iraq, and it was, we've never been in that situation. Like getting shot at by the Americans. It was like, oh fucking hell, hang on, how do we I don't know how my body should be reacting to this. Whether I should be scared, whether I should be, full of joy or fucking whatever. It's a bit like, this is fucking mental.
I think the first time I had rounds coming in, we were on top of a compound in Afghan, and like all the training and all the briefings on because what is it, the hot wasps, like sound coming over, and these must have been within half a metre of our heads, and me and my wingman Rocco just looked at each other like laughing, like it was either you laugh or cry because you start it's like that. Shit, this ain't a game.
It's fucking we had a similar situation in Afghan, but it's so we wrapped up in Iraq. We was out there 5 months with no R&R because we was only supposed to be there 3 months. We were sent out as a how do you fucking say it, a buffer tour. Because there was someone had fucked up with the logistics higher up, and one tour had finished before, or one load of troops was due to come back before the others had gone out. So we was like the buffer, just fucking staggering on and not doing an awful lot. We went on one foot patrol while we was out in Shiba, because there was intelligence saying that someone was going to IED a bit of road just outside the camp. So we went out and did a night patrol and watched out. We was just watching over this bit of road. It was on like a fucking bun line. Which those that's been out to Iraq, it's fucking random as fuck because you walk out and there's just random like straight hills of soil.
Okay.
And there's no reason for them bun lines to be there. It's not like there's a road either side of them and all the sort of soft soil or soft sand's been cleared away. It's just a random fucking line of fucking hillage that's only about 4 foot high. So we was laid on that looking over this road in the middle of the night, fucking fuck all going on. Next thing we know is bang, a fucking round went off and we was like, oh shit, someone's ND'd. thinking, fucking hell, it's about to implode. No, but what it was, it turns out there's a farmer the other side of the road that we was watching over. And he'd seen movement and thought that we was like Al Qaeda or whatever. So he was just the farmer was firing a shotgun round, I think it was, just to sort of scare us off. And we was like, I mean, that could have quite easily gone wrong for that farmer, because if he'd have fucking he was
probably an American farmer by the sounds of it, just shooting at British soldiers.
Well, yeah, probably, yeah. But it wasn't even at us. But like, it was just into the air. Just one single round into the air. Just to, I'm fucking here. Don't come closer. Yeah. But yeah, it could have quite easily gone wrong for that farmer. But yeah, we was all of us. I can remember the platoon sergeant actually saying, who the fuck just fired? Who the fuck just fired? All over the PRRs, and we were like, well, it wasn't me. Who the fuck was it? So it could have quite easily gone wrong, but it didn't. So it was just like, I don't think anything's going to happen out here. So we was given a fucking okay to fuck off. So we trolled back into Schreiber, and that was it.
In relative terms, as tours go, it was quite reasonable. Like, there wasn't too much going on.
It was a fucking piss easy tour. Yeah, it was a piss easy tour.
So what happens? You come back to the UK.
Yeah. Yeah, so did 5 months out there, come back, 4 weeks leave, and then on returning back from leave, we were straight into pre-deployment training for Afghan, because it was fucking literally just boom, boom. And then about 2 months into that, the Grenadiers on the 06 tour, 07 tour, which was Herrick 6, we was taking over the Marines, and the Grenadiers was doing the omelette training, so the Afghan National Army training, and they realised that there was only a certain amount of spots available to go on that tour or to do that job. So there was like, right, higher echelon was like, right, how do we get more lads out on tour? Right, what we're going to do, Viking Battle Group is going out as an actual fighting force. We'll attach some bods to them. So they started off with 3 sections from the 3 fighting companies attached to the relevant fighting companies of the Royal Anglians. And I was on one of them sections. So I was Queen's Company, and our section was attached to C Company, First Royal Anglian, and
was it that Herrick with the Anglians where it was quite a rough tour, wasn't it?
It was fucking wild, mate. Yeah, it was. There was no. I've got to be careful how I say this. There was rules of engagements, but where we went straight up into Kajaki. Anybody who's seen the film Kajaki, because there's a film about it. Fun little fucking dit about that. So that film was based on a tour 2 in front of ours. So we took over from the Marines, and the Marines took over from them paras.
Yeah.
And when we got there in 2007, we went up to the 3 OPs on the top of the mountain, and all the kit of the paras that had been caught in that minefield was all still there.
Yeah.
It was a bit surreal moment, to be fair, because we were walking past, and we was like, oh, what the fuck? There's webbing, day sacks, rifles and shit, everything just left in the fucking minefield. And we were like, oh, ain't nobody going to get that? And they were like, nah. Not our job.
I've met Tug, who was the medic on the film and that, and we've had a few chats, and I always say to him, please tell me you were actually wearing those blue pesting shorts at that incident. And he was like, I was, Stu. I'm like, fucking incredible. That
film, by the way, is like, from just how the setting is and everything is absolutely bang on accurate.
I can imagine.
It is. I mean, you could tell some of the lads that was actually there wasn't heavily involved in it. But it was. You couldn't decipher the difference between actually being there and the film. Although there was massively different times, but
because for me, there's on the film. So obviously it's not an American film with loads of budget in that, but so for like because I've got my missus has watched it and they're like, yeah, okay, as a film it's not that good, but the fact that it's so
Real.
real, and the terminology they use, because a lot of these sort of films, like as veterans, as people that have served, you're like, fucking hell, you've what? Look at his beret, or fucking what's he saying that for? Whereas that is like, it's like, wow, I'm back there, like it's brilliant.
Yeah,
but,
it's like Argyll. Can you remember Argyll on BBC on the BBC?
Yeah,
like, I liked it. It was good, you know, good series and whatever. But fucking hell, it was horrendous to watch this event. Like, yeah, that definitely fucking. Why is there only one section going out on the ground? That shit wouldn't fucking happen. What the fuck's the medic doing? Do you know what I mean? Just like, what the fuck? Yeah, no, they don't say that. Fucking. Do you know what I mean? My missus hates it. My missus hates voices.
Mate in it, who was like, wasn't he a RMP? But there was a scene where they're at a burger van and he's got like a red beret with a Royal Engineers cap badge, and the beret is like bloody some French artist, and it's like, who do they get to advise on this shit?
Yeah, where's the military advisors on these? Yeah, it's fucking wild.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Right, enough about films. So
yeah, sorry,
Herrick 6. Sorry, my fault. Go on.
So I'm just as bad. I reckon I've got undiagnosed ADHD as well. So I'd rabbit hole all over the shop. But yeah, so Herrick 6, we got there. We deployed 3rd of March, I think it was. Yeah, somewhere like that, beginning of March, and got out to Bastion. Had a night over in Bastion, and I remember just having the way I remember it. We had 24 hours in Bastion. We was out on a fucking Chinook. Like there was no what's it called? Climatization. Yeah. There was no climatization from what I can remember. But my platoon sergeant, platoon commander's just done a podcast and they describe it very differently. But so straight out into fucking ground into Kajaki. We got onto as the Chinook dropped and hit the deck, we walked off, the Marines walked on, and it was very much of there's a few bods sort of doing a handover there. Sergeant Major stuck around for a couple of days to do handover. We literally walked off with all our kit, got into the camp, and the Sergeant Major says, right, let's go let's take you on a patrol to pick a fight with the Taliban. We're like, what? Hey? Hang on a fucking minute, what the fuck did he just say? So we fucking dumped all our non-patrol kit, fucking got given fuckloads of ammunition, and I mean fuckload. All I had on me in my day sack, because I had a Northern Ireland day sack, was ammunition and water and 24 hours rations. That was it.
Yeah.
Like, no warm kit, wet kit, none of that fucking, normal shit you do in the UK. Like, yeah, it was water and ammunition and a little bit of food. It was fucking wild, yeah.
That's
and
the two main things you need, doesn't it, mate?
Well, yeah. As an infantry, yeah, definitely. So yeah, we fucking went out on patrol, and we got to this line of end of compounds, end of a load of compounds, and we were sort of the sergeant major from the Marines was like, "All right, yeah, this is our limit. Sit here long enough." And the Taliban, because you could hear him on a squawk box, the Taliban fucking jibber jabbering away, and the interpreter fucking translating it, saying, "Oh yeah, no, they can see us. They're getting ready." And we were like, "Oh fucking hell, this is wild."
Yeah.
Because although you do your pre-deployment training, you don't really prepare you for actually being out on the ground, because it's all made up scenarios, and everything flows the same, but it's you're in a safe space. Nothing's really going to fucking hurt you unless you fall over and trip, break your ankle or something. I felt I was prepared, but when I got there and sort of going through the motions, I was very much like, "Oh fuck, this is mental." And I can remember just sitting there in this compound, listening to like all the commanders and stuff, talking, and relaying information and all the information coming over your PRI and stuff, and then they were like, yeah, Taliban's getting ready, yeah, they'll fire a few rounds in a minute, and I was like, oh fucking hell, this is fucking wild. And then crack, 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 boom, that's it, engage. And then we was doing it from a distance at this point, just fucking returning fucking lead wasps. A few RPGs went over us, nothing fucking special, but it's yeah, it was like, oh right, fucking hell, yeah, they're really, pretty fucking good. They know how to operate as a unit. So yeah, we fucking had a bit of a long distance firefight with them, and like, right, yeah, let's go back to camp. That's where the Taliban are. And we were like, oh shit, okay, that's cool. Yeah, and then over the next couple of days, we started going out for daily patrols, because the objective we had when we was up in Kajaki was to further the distance of the bubble around the dam, because yeah, up in Kajaki they've got the hydroelectric dam. I don't think it was working at the time, but it was definitely like there. The dam was there, reservoir was behind it, and the whole objective was to push the Taliban out so they couldn't take control of it, because they were going to get it fucking up and running and whatever. I still don't think they've got it up and running, but I don't know. And yeah, so we was just fucking going out on daily patrols, pushing into Taliban territory to fucking pick a fight and take a few of them out, and just fucking keep them at a distance, which was fucking mental. It is exactly what you wanted to do as an infantry joining the army. But then when you're out on the ground, it's very different, because, we was patrolling. I think the furthest I went out on a foot patrol was like 4K out onto the ground to then have a scrap. Do your fucking movements around the area and then patrolling 4K back. But yeah, it's fucking mental. And then about 3 or 4 days in, I don't even think it was that long actually, we went out on another patrol. So you've got Kajaki North and Kajaki South, which is two sides of the river. Kajaki, because where the base was, is literally like 200 meters down the river, Helmand River, from the dam, and you can either go north, which you go over some fucking really sketchy bridge, and then like go fan out northward, whichever wherever the intel tells you takes you, or you go south, which is you stay on this side of the same side as the Helmand River and just sort of patrol around the mountain. We was going south, and it was the first proper time I'd come close to to incoming rounds, and we patrolled out. Again, me and my mate Chris, because we fucking did everything together. We was at the end of a row of compound, just sort of sat on a bit of a bank with a tree sort of next to us, and we was probably 2 meters apart, and the tree was the other side of Chris, and we sat looking over this fucking poppy field, and we was just like, something fucking odd here, combat indicators.
Yeah.
Fucking, we was very twitchy. We was very much like, fucking, hang on a minute, there's something going on here. What the fuck's going on? And then we noticed some random bod just like popping up in the middle of the poppy field, and we're like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Like, there ain't no farmers around here. Who the fuck is this? This is fucking odd. Anyway, it disappear, it drop down, disappear, and then fucking pop up somewhere else. And then it did this 2 or 3 fucking times. And we was like, oh shit, this dude's a dicker. He's looking where we are. And it's just as we was about to call it in, I'd put my hand on my radio to fucking press to talk. And then next thing we know is snap, snap, snap. But like, hang on a fucking minute. And I looked to Chris, who was on my right-hand side. I looked to Chris, and as I looked at him, he looked at me, and the branch that was, I was not fucking it, but the branch that was like in between our heads, the leaves was coming off it. And we were like,
that's close.
Oh shit, we're getting shot at.
Yeah.
And it's that it feels like a lifetime where your brain sort of fucking kicks in and go, oh shit, we're getting shot at. Oh fuck, we're getting shot at. that fucking, it feels like a lifetime, but it's like a fucking second, not even a second. So we dived into the fucking ditch in front of us, and then all hell fucking broke loose. It was fucking carnage. They'd started fucking really opening up. We'd started open, or the rest, not all, me and Chris was too busy laughing our asses off in the ditch. Because we hit the ditch and we just looked at you like, holy fucking shit, we're getting fucking shot at. Fuck. And that was the first moment where me and Chris was like, oh shit, someone could actually get fucking hurt doing this. Like, this ain't fucking playing anymore.
Yeah.
Like, there are fucking rounds going either direction and they are close. Yeah. So yeah, it was a real fucking awakening for me and Chris. Next day we took our first casualty, which was, it was out on the ground. It was one of the Wimmick drivers. He was top gunner on the Wimmick, on the support fucking fire group, whatever the fuck they called themselves. And we was out on the ground doing a fucking clearance patrol, and sniper had a fucking pop shot at the driver, because you take the driver out, vehicle don't move, gives you time, gives the sniper time to fucking take the rest of the targets out. Missed the driver. It went between the driver and the commander's heads, straight through the middle and through the pelvis of the top gunner. Just fucking one round. So they was like, oh shit, we've just fucking taken a casualty. They bomb bursted out the fucking way. And and this is sick fucking squaddie humour, this. By the time we all got back to the fob, there was a notice on his door, right? A fucking, like, little fucking A4 piece of paper and big black fucking, like permanent marker type fucking, top gunner wanted, apply within.
Fucking hell, brilliant.
Yeah. I've got a picture of it. I don't know where the fucking picture is, but I've got a picture of it because I just saw it and I was like, oh fucking hell, that's a bit gnarly, that. But yeah.
It's true though. Top gunner needed. Please apply within.
Yeah, it was good fucking crack. But yeah, and then just fucking cracking on, going out on daily patrols, kicking four doors down, shooting people in the face. Proper infantry style shit. Yeah, I was point man of my section. I probably should have mentioned that right at the beginning, but I was point man of my section, so I was always the one doing the door kicking, or working alongside the engineers.
Excellent. Yeah.
Fucking, yeah. Oh, I've forgotten his name now, but yeah. Anyway, it's fucking me and the engineer, the assault pioneer engineer that we had out on the ground with us. We got very fucking close, to be fair, because we work, point men and assault pioneers work very closely together. Because we need to go into something, but we need a hole. Here, fucking.
I'm like that with my hand up. Let's go. Come on. Let's blow some shit up.
He did scare me a few times, though, because like when we was back in the fob, they had loads of bar mines. Kicking around for some fucking mad reason.
Yeah, fucking engineers, mate. We love it.
Yeah. So he was cutting this fucking bar mine in half with an hacksaw, and I was like,
that's how you do it.
That thing's designed to fucking blow up. Me being an infantry, I was thick as fuck. I was just thinking heat, spark, bang. I don't think that's a good idea, mate. But he's just like, shut up, you fucking idiot, just cutting his bar mine in half. And we was using half bar mines to fucking blow holes in walls. It's fucking wild.
I remember on my tour, because my tour was with the Grenadier Guards on Herrick 11, and I'd be out on the emo team with the patrol, as you said, like waiting to be called forward in case you need to go into a compound without knocking on the door. And basically, so we were in the HQ element with the platoon commander and the JTAC and that. And I don't know what happened. It got quite kinetic, should I say? And the platoon commander said left one of his sections in this compound, and he said, right, engineer, can you leave them some explosives in case they need it? And I'm like, yeah, sound it. It takes some of the weight out of my pack. But these fucking Gren Guards and that were fighting. I'll do it. I want it. And I'll tell you what, I never saw that half bar mine again. And I'm sure they fucking detonated it just for the fucking sake of it. And why fucking not?
Yeah, probably. it's fucking wild. But yeah, just fucking blowing holes in fucking walls. One of the I can remember this one time actually. We was out on a clearance patrol, just going into fucking compounds to clear and make sure there's no paraphernalia, shit that shouldn't be there, and deny it. And a lot of people, like, I get a lot of fucking hate online for going out to fucking Afghan and doing what I do, because I'm quite vocal about it. It's sort of therapy to me talking about it, because it's pretty fucking gnarly. But what people don't realise is where we was up in Kajaki, there was no civilian population at that time. Like, all the civvies, all the people that wasn't involved in the Taliban had fucked off. Yeah. So there was literally us, the ANA, a few mercenaries doing guard duty, and the Taliban.
Yeah.
So it's literally like going back to them rules of engagement. Like, if it moved, it fucking died, because we don't.
It was enemy.
It was fucking enemy. Yeah. So we was fucking going into this compound, and fucking those that's never been to Afghan, the compounds are like mud walls, but then within the mud walls are like rooms made out of mud, but they're pretty gnarly mud, like clay bricks that's fucking been baked for fucking donkey's years, and they're fucking nails. So like trying to kick through a mud wall, it's not that easy. So I got this fucking in this particular compound, there's like a corner room as such, but it didn't really have a doorway, or we couldn't find a doorway to it. He was looking around it. He was like, where the fuck, how are they getting into this? Like, what the fuck's going on here? So so I called the fucking engineer over. And I said, just stick us a fucking hole in one of them walls. I need to get in there and make sure, just have a fucking ganders, see what's the crack is. And he says, no dramas, mate, no dramas. I'll square that away. And anyway, he's like fucking hitting the walls. I don't know if he's like seeing how thick it is or whatever, or whether it's just fucking solid. And he, I don't know what the fuck he used, but instead of putting a hole in the wall, he basically just dropped the whole fucking just dropped it. Just this. I mean, it was, I don't know, probably 5 meters by 6 meter fucking little room thing with a roof on it. Yeah, and he just fucking completely flat packed it. And I was like, well, the saved me a job.
That's what I was going to say. He gave you what you wanted, mate, didn't he?
Yeah. I mean, there was definitely a hole in the wall. I mean, there was no fucking wall left. So, he did what I asked him to do. So, he's fucking, had a rummage around. There's fuck all in it. Turns out the doorway was on the wrong end of the compound, facing the Taliban. So he was like, no wonder we didn't find it. But, it was enjoyable tour from most part. I mean, I only managed to survive, and it was survival, a month. We was fucking out every single day, or pretty much every single day. Wasn't every single day, but most of the time out foot patrol every single day, or most days. Then we and you've probably heard of the Battle of Mazdarak. Which is where I was fucking slotted. We was fucking tasked on and it was, at that point, it was the bloodiest day the Royal Anglians had. We'd taken a few injuries before. Like I said, we took the top gunner. He'd taken a round from a sniper. We'd taken anti-personnel mine strike. When I was walking through a wadi, Matt Willard, fucking good mate of mine, he stood on an anti-personnel mine. He lost his leg. So there was shit going on. It was getting fucking tasty. But then about a month in, and all the stuff that I've already talked about sounds like I was there for fucking ages, and I wasn't. I was only out there literally 28 days.
But I think that's the thing, isn't it? That, I mean, so I made three and a bit months out there, but like the shit that goes on each day, or most days, it's like, it's endless, isn't it? Like one patrol for me, like, I could talk about, like, there's so much to it. It sounds like you were there for weeks, so I get that.
So we was tasked to go to this little village called Mazdarak, which was Kajaki North, clear and deny up. So searching for tunnel and trench systems that Taliban were using to get around, because the intel was saying that it's quite a hive, almost like a forming up point for the Taliban.
Yeah.
So yeah, we was going out there to fucking rock the hornet's nest, as we called it, and find all the tunnel systems and fucking blow them up, stop them from using them. So yeah, we got out there, fucking really early in the morning. You know, that light dew on the fucking floor, so everything was ever so slightly tacky. We went. The mortar team had fired a few mortars into that compound the day before, so the angle we was approaching, the compound wall had been dropped, so it was just rubble, and that was our entry point. And yeah, we fucking over a poppy field, I think it was, to get to this compound, the first compound. And as I got to it, walked in, doing what I do as a fucking infantry, started clearing, finding out. As soon as we got into it, there was like a row of like little rooms within the compound. So I started clearing them, you know, fucking sticking my rifle in and fucking having a look around. Nothing in there. And then I got to about the third one, and then there was a hole in the back of it. And I was like, oh shit, hang on a minute. That shouldn't be there. What the fuck's that? So I fucking, not froze, but I stuck to it. And you know that gut feeling, and you've probably had this when you had your fucking accident. It's not an accident. It definitely done on purpose. Yeah, when you had your moment, your belly does something weird, doesn't it? You fucking know it. There's just something, and you know, for years before that, people say, "Oh, just rely on your gut," and I was like, "What the fuck does that look like? What does that feel like?" And that day, I fucking felt it, and it just, something in my belly was saying, "Do not take your fucking eyes off that hole." So I had what the fuck is, you know, like the little light system on your rifle,
yeah,
that you used to get, yeah, and it's got like a laser, not a laser, what the fuck's it called, red dot thing on it. So I was just like lighting this hole up, just so whoever the fuck was in there knew that I was there watching that hole. So I'd put my laser sight into it, and you know, put the light on and stuff, because it was still quite dark. And yeah, I was just expecting a grenade to come rolling out, and I'm not quite sure why, but yeah, I was just expecting a grenade to come rolling through this fucking hole. And anyway, the platoon was moving through behind me. Platoon commander went one way. He called up the platoon signaller. Signaller thought the platoon commander had gone through another doorway, so he went out through this doorway, and that initiated the ambush. He got shot twice. I thought it was twice, but it might be 3 times. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, he got shot a few times. Nothing fucking life threatening. It's just like like love handles and his fleshy bit of his shoulder and shit like that, where it got pinged. So he just fucking walked back. He started getting treated. All hell fucking broke loose, and I was fucking, my fucking finger was half pressed on that trigger, because I was waiting for that fucking something to come out of that fucking hole. And yeah, and then we got the call, right, with suicide section, as we was known as, because we was a section of grenadiers attached to the Royal Anglians. With my platoon, my section commander had volunteers for fucking everything, which was fucking great. You know, we got a lot of fucking action in, but yeah, so we was known as suicide section. So we was called up to be the first bounce forward.
Okay.
Yeah, so we was sort of mounting up at this like little corridor with a doorway at the end of it. And the platoon sort of like, you know, big fucking compound across the way, that's what you're taking. You know, don't fucking fail me sort of speech. You know, we'll give you a countdown, we're fucking off. And I stuck my head out to have a look around, and I noticed a little compound. Well, 2 little compounds, one either side. The one on the left, I didn't really pay that much attention to, because it's set quite far back. But the one, it was literally just in front of the compound that we was in. And I'd gone, hang on a fucking minute, whole little compound, I think they connect together. And I tried flagging it up, but flagging it to the platoon sergeant, but you know, war being war, mist of a fucking battle. It was like, shut the fuck up, get on and do what I've told you to do. Ignore that one. It's going to be too small. There's going to be no one in there. Words to that effect. I can't remember exactly what he fucking said, but it was basically he chinned me off. And I was like, oh, right, okay, fucking big boy pants.
Yeah, crack on.
I think there's someone in there. I'm just, I've been told fucking big one. Right, so got the countdown, walked out, took a right turn down the front of the wall from the compound we was in, left turn, straight in front of the small compound. And as I ran past the doorway of the small compound, Taliban opened up. The first round bounced, went through my helmet in my temple and bounced out the bottom of my eye socket. Took me clean off my feet, dropped my rifle. Being a point man in that sort of situation, you don't have a rifle sling on because you got to have your rifle at all weird and wonderful angles. So dropped my rifle. I did the deck. The split second of impact of bullet to impact to floor is the only bit I don't fully remember. Just black. How long that was, I'm not 100% sure, but I hit the fucking deck and I was like, oh shit, hang on a fucking minute. Where's my fucking face gone? Because it had just gone completely numb. At the time, I thought the Taliban had fired an RPG into the wall, and the cone of the blast had come through and taken half my face off. So I was on my hands and knees, sort of working out what the fuck's going on. Lifted my hand up to my face to like feel the damage.
Yeah.
With my hand, because I didn't have any sensation or anything in that side of my face. And as I pulled my hand away, looking for blood, that's when the blood started dripping, because I was sort of looking at the floor. I was like, oh shit, this is bad. I've got fucking blood coming out somewhere, and that's supposed to stay in me. Right, okay, action's on. Where's my rifle? Looked up for my rifles, and as I reached for it to grab it, about 30 enemy rounds bounced off it. So I was like, I'm going to fucking leave that there. I don't need that anymore.
Yeah.
It's fine. I think I'm on my way home. I'll leave that there. Checked my legs. At some point while all this was going on, the rest of my section had like dipped in behind the small compound wall and just dropping HE grenades over the top. Turned the fucking idiot into pink mist, which then a bit of that frag had got me in my arse cheek. So that was another fucking, ooh, what the fuck? I'm not quite sure when that happened. It's, as you can quite imagine, it was pretty fucking mental.
Yeah.
So yeah, just fucking checked my face, went to grab my rifle, and then I was like, right, okay, I need to make sure my legs are still fucking working so I can walk out of this. Checked my legs, and as I looked at my legs, there was a green trace around, went through my trousers. It's close enough to burn me, but not penetrate my skin.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
So yeah, I got a nice little fucking scar on the inside of my thigh from that. And I was like, oh shit, no, this is tasty. I need to get the fuck out of here. So yeah, jumped up. By the time I'd sort of scrummaged around and got back onto my feet, I was the wrong side of the doorway.
Yeah.
The platoon section commander that was giving support fire from the compound that I'd ran from, he was his name is Bomber, actually. He's a fucking brilliant bloke. He was fucking shouting at me. He said, Harry, right, when I'm going to count you down, you're fucking running back. You're fucking, proper geeing me up. Proper Southern fucking fairy. Yeah, proper fucking cockney. He's a fucking, so he was geeing me up, fucking shouting at me. And he, it's right, I'm fucking 3, 2, 1. I wasn't waiting for fucking go. I went on 1. Red Foss went off in the compound, got me just underneath my nose, burnt all my airways.
Yeah, fucking hell.
So yeah, that was, they say it comes in 3s. That was the 3. So yeah, fucking carried on running back. And in that process, I mean, this distance was probably no more than 15 meters in like route. And in that distance, I'd managed to get my EpiPen, my morphine auto injector out.
Okay.
Primed it, took the fucking safety off, had it the right way around, and I was just about to fucking jab her because I was dead excited. I was gonna get fucking high. It's what fucking lads dream of, isn't it? Gotta have a fucking solid reason to give yourself a stabbing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, fucking had that ready.
Did you do it? Did you? Go on, sorry. Go on.
Yeah, so I had that ready in my hand, and as I ran back into the safe compound and just about to fucking drive that bad boy into my leg, the combat doctor that we had out on the ground fucking grabbed my arm, says,
Yeah.
"No, you can't have that. You're a fucking head injury." Yeah, I was like, "Oh, fuck." So yeah, he took it off me and stabbed it into the wall.
I was going to say I was exactly the same. Obviously, head injury, and I don't remember the pain, but I do remember the adrenaline leaving me and a certain amount of fear. Also thinking, fucking hell, like, right, helicopter, Kazivac, what needs going on? And I remember going to the medic going, like, can I have some morphine? And that? It's like, no chance, fella. You're a head injury. It's like,
yeah,
it's like,
fucking,
cheers. Yeah.
fucked, yeah.
But you said about you checked your face and it felt like it weren't there. So for me, the words I use is like it felt like it was bare skull for me. And I don't know whether that was because it was like a blast from an IED, but it felt like I just had visions that I looked like skeletal, like that sort of skull.
Yeah, that'll be the nerve damage and heat from the blast. So it was something similar to with me, because again at the time I thought I'd been hit by an RPG to the face, which anybody who's been on the receiving end of an RPG knows that's not good news. Yeah. Fucking, So it just felt like it was fucking there was nothing there, like it had taken all the skin off. So it felt like Skeletor type. Yeah. But it's what it was is you got down either side of your nose, you got two main nerves that control like your nerves in either side of your face, and what it had done is severed that nerve. That's why it just gone all fucking it's gone completely numb. It still fucking tingles now. It doesn't feel right.
So
but
do you know you said earlier on about that dark squaddie humour? So for me, I feel like Skeletor, and it was an infantile that was first, because for me I was like I just remember like I was blind and sort of getting my senses together and just like reciting my zap number and blood group, because I'm thinking the 9-liner the 9-liner needs to go in and they need this. So I'm sat there going like Mike Echo 1504 Bravo positive Mike like that. And I've started. The guys come over to me. He's like, are checking me out and that, and I turn to him and I say like, my face is fucked, isn't it, mate? And he's going, no, Stu, you'll be in the pub in no time pulling the birds and that. And he turns to the boss and that. He goes, boss, this engineer's face is fucked. And I'm like, yeah, I heard that, mate. And we just burst into laughter, like, fucking brilliant. Like, imagine, like, I don't think civvies or people that haven't served, I don't think they can appreciate how you can, like, so I'd been done. Simo had lost both his legs. There was other casualties. All hell's going on. Yeah, but we're just gonna have a bit of banter here, because that's how you deal with it, right?
Going back to that anti-personnel mine, Matt Bullard, that we had earlier on in the tour, like he'd stood on it and it had fucking popped, took his leg clean off. But his biggest concern was his bollocks, which is a lot of concern with a lot of the lads that get blown up. Especially like the ones that stand on it, that explodes underneath them. Because back in our day, we didn't have these fucking combat nappies, with the fucking Kevlar fucking underwear, whatever the fuck they're called.
Well, where's this? I've never heard of this. Go on. Wait, is this a new thing? Nah.
Yeah, have you not? So your body armor. Yeah. Like is it Kevlar?
Yeah.
Like the fabricy stuff.
Oh,
no,
okay.
the fabricy stuff that it's made out of. Yeah, so they get issued, like basically a nappy that goes on over the top of their combats that basically gives their bollocks and shit a bit of protection. Yeah,
that can't be comfortable. I
don't know. I've never had one on, so I don't know. I just know about it because people I fucking know. But they've got like a combat nappy, they call it. Yeah, it's fucking wild. But so
you managed to get yourself back to, well, fucking the third thing's happened to you. But so was shit still going on? As in, the
fucking world was erupting. Yeah, it was fucking carnage because the Taliban was literally 10, 15 meters. And we didn't know it at the time, but I certainly fucking didn't. I had bigger things to worry about. But it turns out that we was pretty much surrounded. There was literally throwing fucking grenades in over the wall of the compound we was in. So it was fucking mental. It was, fucking GPMG and fucking mini-me fire, just fucking literally firing down off the top of fucking roofs and stuff, because there was fucking Taliban fucking everywhere. Like we proper kicked the fucking door in of the hornet's nest. It was wild.
So the combat medic prevents you from morphining yourself, bad times, but I take it he starts checking you out and patching you up.
Yeah, starts triaging me. Combat doctor. It was
right.
Yeah, it wasn't a medic. We did have a medic out on the ground with, but he was because of how fucking kinetic it was. It was deemed that we need someone very fucking high up to be out on the ground with us. So Baz Alexander, fucking quality bloke. Still in contact with him today, and he fucking body armor off, helmet off, because of the burnt airways. He thought I'd got a sucking chest wound because there's fucking rounds bouncing around everywhere. So he was going, worst case scenario, I need to get fucking oxygen in this fucking bloke. Where's the fucking hole? So he was checking my torso and stuff, looking for this sucking chest wound, which wasn't there. And I'd started losing quite a lot of fucking blood by this point, so I was getting really fucking drowsy. Obviously everyone was shouting fucking man down, man down, man down. So the platoon sergeant's like, oh my fucking god, that's another one. Where the fuck is he? Running around like a blue-ass fly, not realising that I'm sat sort of next to him on the floor, just casually just being treated like, apparently I was pretty chill. Like not really fucking asked what's going on. But I put that down to adrenaline. Like, as you would have known, adrenaline's wild. If they could bottle that shit up, oh man, that'd be class A drug all day fucking long. It is mental. So I was just fucking chilling, getting triaged by the doctor. Platoon sergeant sort of walking past, and I saw him looking a bit fucking confused, and he was like, "Where the fuck's the casualty?" I'm like, "I'm here. Hello," and he's like, "Oh fuck." The fuck is going on? So and at that point I was the furthest bloke forward, so I'd seen the most. And while I was sort of sorting my shit out on the ground, I'd look around and I saw 3 enemy positions firing at us, and so I was fucking like trying to relay that information back to platoon top, but because my fucking airways was all burnt, I couldn't really talk. So I then took it upon myself to draw a map of the 3 enemy positions in the sand. Tried to fucking get that information over. And it was that I got writ up for that and got mentioned in dispatches.
Nice.
And then then we went into Kajaki drills.
So did you get flown back to Bastion?
Yes. Not that I remember that. But apparently I went through Bastion because I've got some pictures. I'll send you them for use for overlays. In fact, you've seen them, haven't you? Have you seen these photos?
I've seen, like, it looks like you got a golf ball in your head.
No, I got better ones than that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you definitely need to put like a fucking warning label on it because they're fucking graphic as fuck. It's there's pictures of me being pulled into Camp Bastion and fucking claret everywhere. It's fucking mental.
So you don't remember anything from sort of drawing your map to.
I remember
the guys would have had to have withdrawn to a sort of reasonably safe position for the Mert to come in or something. Or...
So we started going through Kajaki drills. Platoon sergeant whisked me up onto his day sack and started fucking running across the open field to the other compound where like a mountain up point to get to the fucking waddy. And as he was running across that open field with me on his day stack, bear in mind all I had on me was a pair of fucking trousers and a t-shirt, body armor, helmet, weapon, that had all gone. Because they was really concerned about my fucking health. They was like, we need to get this fucking lad out of here now. so they fucking soon took it upon himself to fucking Kajaki me. And as he was running across that open field, which I believe was a poppy field, he took 2 rounds in his day sack back plate, that obviously knocked him over. And I just remember hitting the floor because I'd passed out by for blood loss by this point. Adrenaline was starting to wear off, so I was a bit fucking, head injuries started kicking in, everything was just like imploding. So I remember hitting the floor, and that sort of jolted me too. And I was like, "Oh shit, what the fuck?" And I was laid on my back looking up, and I just see these fucking poppy heads explode above me, and I was like, "The fuck is going on here?" Turns out that was the rounds going through him. Yeah, I didn't know it at the time, but yeah, and then I passed out again. Woke up when they was trying to work out how to get me into a waddy to get me onto the vehicle to take me to the helipad, because it was too fucking hot. It was too fucking kinetic. There's too much shit flying around the thingy for them to get a Chinook or anything out to us. So we had to go back to the fucking fob to meet him at the helipad. And I remember fucking waking up when they were trying to get me into this fucking down this waddy, and they was like, "Oh, I thought we're gonna do it, not got him on a stretcher, blah 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 blah." And I was like, "Oh," and just jumped. Luckily, luckily the fucking driver was quite a fucking big lad, and he just fucking caught me in his arms, like just like as if I'd literally fallen out of heaven. He was like, "Oh, mate. Right, let's get you on the wagon." He fucking stuck me on my feet, and I walked on to the Kajaki vehicle, which was like, what is it? Like not a Viking, because they're the track things, but it's them 6-wheel fucking vehicles. I can't remember what they're called, but we walked onto one of them, and at that point we'd taken Gord Mong, who was the signaller, as a casualty. We've been shot twice or 3 times, me as a casualty, and 2 other casualties, of which the other 3 was already on the thingy. And I walked up to the back of it, and as I looked in, Gordon was sat on one side, the signaller. He was sat on the side. He says, and I said to him, "Oh, Gordon, get yourself on the stretcher, mate. You're in shit state." And he was like, and I remember, I mean, he still fucking haunts me today because he's an ugly twat. But his face just went white. And he says, "No, Alex, you need to get on the stretcher. You're in shit state." And at this point, I was like, "No, I'm all right. I'm fine." Just fucking creeped in. Then woke up when they got me back to the helipad, and I was sort of wandering around. So we had a chick attached to us from the Royal Artillery. The drones that the artillery had. Yeah, she was on that team doing that out there. But there was, I was told later that everybody was sort of brought. Everyone that was in the fob was brought down to the helipad to sort of control and assist in Kajaki. And this chick sort of come over to me because I was just fucking wandering around, brain injury.
I could just imagine that, like, fucking, "All right, lads, what's going on?"
Brain injury had properly fucking kicked in by that point, so I was a bit fucking delirious and not really sure what's going on. So she sort of fucking pulled me over, and next to the helipad was like a fucking massive pipe, probably 0.5 meter in diameter, with water flowing through it from the dam. And she sort of like ushered, dragged me over to there and sat me down and just started to me. It's like, "Oh yeah, so yeah, I've heard," just pure small talk. And then I went into proper squaddie mode. It's like, "Oh right, yeah, do you fancy meeting up when we get back?"
Trying to neck on, you fucking fucking Allen bloke.
I was an absolute knob. Yeah, but again, brain injury fucking kicked in, so I was a bit fucking delayed. I remember fucking saying to her, "Oh, can I call you Lucy? Because my missus is called Lucy and I won't forget it." And she was like, "You can call me whatever the fuck you want. I don't care." So she was very accommodating. And then I hear so they popped a purple smoke for the Chinook to fucking work out where the winds and shit's going. And the Chinook come in, and as they fly in over the top of the dam, down the river, and then they swing around in the open where it opens up, and then they come down because they're going back over the dam. It's come down and they fucking start. So as the Chinook swam past me, didn't swim past me, flew past me.
With your brain injury, it may well have swum past you.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been fucking. Yeah, it could have been doing fucking anything. But I remember it going past me, to swing around, and I was like, taxi's here, and I was up on my feet, and it came in, and before the fucking rear wheels had even touched the floor, I was walking towards it, because it, from what I remember, it just happened that the timing's all worked out, because the last that was sort of looking after me, make sure I didn't start walking into fucking random shit, she was looking away, talking to somebody else as I'd got up and walked off to this fucking Chinook, and the fucking Chinook come in, didn't touch the ground. I was already walking towards it, and I remember the fucking Chinook coming in and just going doo, and just like dropping out of the sky. Apparently that's because the rear rotor blades was about a meter above my head. Yeah, because I was like, yeah, I'm off, I'm gone, I'm going. So yeah, the fucking pilots just fucking dropped it. To fucking so it didn't take my head off. And that would have been interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Fucking.
If that had have happened, that would have been your fourth, and there wouldn't have been a fifth, would there?
There would not have been a fifth. No. Fucking walked onto the back of Chinook. They was all fucking, because obviously I was a T1. Those that don't know what I'm on about with T1 is, so you get 4 categories of casualty. T1 being the most serious, T4 being dead. Don't know why it's quite worked. I suppose it's low priority, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, T1 being the most serious, T2 being like life threatening, but not too bad, and T3 being like a fucking snake bite. Just been a fucking mong. And then T4 being dead. So yeah, they was looking for a T1 on a stretcher, because 9 times out of 10, T1s are pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Very those that's life threatening are normally on a stretcher. So they was like, well, where the fuck's the stretcher? Where's this fucking T1 looking for me, for this MERT team? As I fucking walked onto the Chinook, sat down, and the aircrew, I don't know who it was, but yeah, it's a fucking lad, just like one of the aircrew, like strapping me in, putting my fucking safety harness on, like seatbelt, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
Putting that on me. And then he got up to sort of go and do something else, and I was like, hey, shouting him. And then he was like, what's up, mate? What's up? I was like, you got some fucking pain relief. My head is killing me. And then that's the last thing I remember. I've vaguely had like a memory of rustling with someone because I was taking my watch off, but I thought I'd been taken by the Taliban, and the Taliban were fucking stripping me off, because I had a watch on that I'd got in Iraq that I was very fond of. And then woke up in Birmingham.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
6 days later. Well, 7 days. 6 days, 6 or 7 days later.
That's, which could have been a good thing, like not having that memory.
Yeah, so from the helicopter, I missed quite a bit of chunk out there, actually. So I from the helicopter, walking onto the helicopter, they flew me back to Bastion. This is where these pictures would be taken, where I've been triaged. There was CT scanning me and all sorts of shit. And then they would put a fucking medic flight on from Bastion straight to Birmingham International Airport, because they didn't think I was going to, I was told later they didn't think I was going to pull through because of the survival rate of a gunshot wound to the head is less than 5%. So they was like, we need to get him fucking home now. So at least his parents or next of kin have got something to say goodbye to.
Yeah.
And that was their mentality. That's the reality of it, is, they wanted to get me back because they weren't sure if I was going to pull through. On the way back, on the flight, they got over Birmingham, but I'd flatlined twice, and they closed Birmingham International Airport down for 4 hours because I was too unstable to change altitude, because something to do with the medical care I don't fucking understand it. Way above my pay league. Yeah, they're just circling Birmingham International Airport for 4 hours while they're stabilising me. And then as soon as I was stable, they literally fucking slammed it on the deck. There was an ambulance waiting on a tarmac with a police escort through Birmingham. Yeah, straight into Queen Elizabeth Intensive Care Unit.
Yeah.
Had a nice little nap for 6 days and woke up thinking I was in Pakistan.
Bloody hell. And so you obviously defied the odds. So what was the process? You must have had several operations to bounce back. So what was the process after being in Selly
So I spent 6 days in a drug-induced coma, 6 or 7 days, yeah. And then 2.5 weeks on a recovery ward in Selly The weirdest part of all of that is when they took my cannula out of my neck. Yeah. Did you have one in your neck?
So I had cannulas everywhere because they start running out of places to put them. I don't know, but that's my memory of it. Like they couldn't find veins after a while, so I had them like sort of dotted round. But I remember ones in my arm, like it'd be painful, like aching pain.
Yeah,
well, I don't know. But yeah, go on. Well,
yeah. So I had one in my neck for so they could directly put adrenaline into my heart because obviously I flatlined twice earlier. There was, they needed fucking keep their options open just in case they, I took another turn for the worse. So yeah, they took that out after they'd woke me up, and it was fucking massively long. I mean, you can't see it on camera, but it's probably 250 mil long, and it sat just on top of my it went in my neck and sat just on top of my heart. And when they pulled that out, it was like they was pulling my whole innards out through my fucking neck. It lovely. Was horrible. I was fucking sick, and also it still makes me fucking barf a little now, but that was not enjoyable. While I was on that recovery ward, the first time our dad come in to see us, our dad's a bit of a fucking joker, and he says to us, don't worry about losing your eye, because at this point they'd not actually fucking decided if I was losing my eye or not, so it was a bit premature. But he was like, don't worry about losing your eye, because what they can do is take your good eye and stick it in the middle of your forehead, still give you the same peripheral vision. I was like, time and a place, Dad, and it's not now.
Brilliant though.
It's 2.5 weeks in fucking in hospital recovery ward, and then sent me home to recover the rest at home. While I was at home, I think I had 4 operations on my eye, but they were spread over quite a distance, because they first went through the process of like seeing if there's any point trying to save it, because what it had done is it squished my eye and filled it with blood.
Okay.
The bullet had just, like, the kinetic force of the bullet had just pushed it into my brain. So it hadn't actually, like, broken anything. It had just squished it and filled it with blood. So they were doing loads of tests where they were sticking shit on the back of my head, and then fucking flashing bright light into it to see if there was any signals getting through. And then decided, well, we could clean it out, but probably going to do you more harm than good. So the decision was to take the eye out. And I was like, fucking whatever. PTSD kicked in by that point as well. So I was fucking hitting the drink. I remember having one op where I think it was my second, where they'd taken my eye out. The first op was taking my eye out, and the second op was they was like putting like a letting everything settle, and then they'd put like an airflowy type ball in to fill the mass.
I call it a ping pong ball when I explain it.
Yeah.
Just out of interest, you must have. So the eye doctor, the military eye doctor I was under at Selly and throughout my treatment was a Colonel Jacks. I don't know if that rings a bell. I mean, I'm guessing he must have been involved in your treatment somewhere as well, but I don't know if that rings any.
Possibly, I couldn't tell you. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I was aware with the fucking fairies by this point. Yeah, I was. Yeah, recovery was not my fucking intention at that time. I was alcohol and trying not to fucking kill myself.
Yeah.
Because it was fucking honking.
You said about PTSD. So one of the, so I take it when you sort of come round to some sort of sense of what's happened when you're back in Birmingham or wherever, back in the UK, I take it the lads were still out on tour.
Yeah.
Was there, so for me, and it's only work I've done on myself lately, I realise how much this affected me, both at the time and through my years of alcohol and drug addiction, of letting the team down. So when I was waiting for the Pedro, I was waiting for the Pedro to come in, and the boys were around me. My best mate Tom's next to me, like giving me a hug, like, you know what I mean? And I just burst into tears, and I was like, I'm so sorry. And they're like, what the fuck are you on about, Stu? And I just remember being the feeling and that lived with me was letting the team down. Like, I don't know if you can relate to that.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what was one of my main issues is, you know, I was a point man in my section. I was the one kicking doors down, shooting fucking people in the face, doing all the dirty work. Not that they didn't, but you know, I was the fucking one. And I, as soon as I got home, as soon as I woke up, to be fair, I was like, I need to get back out there. You know, my boys need me. I can't let them down. You know, that just almost survivor's guilt, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the sense that I felt I was doing them harm because I wasn't there.
Yeah.
And you know, there's no such thing as individuals running a team. There's no such thing as individuals in a team. You know, a team is a team because the people in that team work very fucking well together because everybody knows their job. My job was point man, and all I kept fucking thinking to myself was, well, who's taking that role? Who's taking my fucking spot? You know, I don't want it to be Chris because, you know, he's my best mate. I don't want him to end up in the same situation as me or worse. I don't want it to be XYZ because, you know, they're really close mates. Who's taking that role? I need to get back out there, do that role. Yeah, I'm letting the fucking team down. So yeah, that really drove me into a fucking dark place. And not only that, it was the what if questions as well. What if the bullet had been slightly further back? What if it had been slightly further up? What if I'd had my head at a slightly different angle? You know, what if questions. It took me a long, long time to sort of come to terms and put a lot of that to bed. Yeah, it's like that first, what was it? Would have been first 7 or 8 months. You know, I was just constantly fucking levered. You know, I'd wake up in the morning, crack a can of fucking Foster's open, and just fucking get on it. Go out in town. And what made it worse as well, and I'm not blaming anybody for this, but what made this situation slightly worse is I got my compo money pretty quickly. So I had just fucking money to burn. Just fucking money to burn. You know, and a bit of young fucking lad, you don't really think about, oh yeah, let's put that in a savings account for fucking, you know, to put on a house. You don't think of shit like that. You're like, oh shit, I've got like 30 grand in my bank. I'm off on the fucking piss. So just fucking burning through money like it was fucking water. And
so you got the you obviously you had the treatment for the physical injuries, but I'm going to ask the question: was there any mental health support when you came back?
At that time, no.
And did you go on? Go on, sorry.
Because when I was injured, excuse me, when I was injured, PTSD wasn't even called PTSD.
Yeah.
It was literally just being discussed at the time. It was, I think they called it battle shock still. So yeah,
which is like fucking dates back to like World War One, doesn't it? Like shell shock and all that.
Yeah, shell shock. That's it. Yeah, shell shock. Yeah. So there wasn't anything sort of out there. There certainly isn't what there is today.
Yeah. Did you get medically discharged?
Yeah, it took 18 months to get medically discharged. They wanted to, kudos to the regiment. They wanted to keep me in, put me in a storeman role. So, but I joined the army to be an infantier, not a storeman. If I wanted to be a storeman, I would have gone Royal Logistics. Yeah, and that was that was just my mentality. It's probably a bit of a shit mentality, but mentality nonetheless. PTSD, people got to remember, I'd been fucking shot in the head. I'd had brain damage. I'd lost my missus at the time, split up with me just after getting out of hospital. One of my very, very close mates that I grew up with that year died in a car crash about 3 months after getting out of hospital. I'd lost my driving license. I'd fucking 2007 for me was fucking horrendous, and it just was driving me further and further down the spiral. I mean, I was very fortunate that I didn't end myself in a position where I was offered drugs, because I probably would have taken them.
Yeah,
that's you'll probably have a lot more to say about that, but it was just alcohol for me. I was just massively abusing it.
So in those 18 months before, so obviously you come back, you get operated on, you take a role as did you take the role as a storeman in those 18 months?
I did 3 weeks. It was like some scheme that the army had come up with, because the 2007 tour, 2006, 2007, the amount of injuries the army and the military as a wide took on them 2 fucking tours was fucking outrageous.
Yeah.
So they, and I'm not poo-pooing any other tour after that. It was just the way that lads was getting injured was proper fucking war fighting.
Yeah. Well, I think it was after those tours that sort of the better equipment came in, like the Mastiffs and like the Panther and stuff like that. Because as you said, it was just fucking mental, wasn't it, for injuries?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, when we was going out on the ground in Afghan, in Kajaki, we didn't have Valens. We didn't have any type of fucking, because the ID threat was damn near non-existent. Later on the tour, my lot moved down to Fob Inkerman, and there was a bit of an ID threat there, so they started to fucking use them down there, but they'd not done extensive training on them, so there was, I don't know if they was using them properly, you know what I mean? So it's it's very fucking on the ground, very quick thinking, adjusting to whatever the fuck is going on. So
So 18 months, you start drinking yourself to cope with what's going on. You stand in front of a med board, you get medically discharged, and you're out into Civvy Street still drinking, I guess.
I was still drinking heavily, but not as heavily as I was, because I'd met a new missus in that process, and she'd got pregnant very, very early on. So back into 2008, she'd fell pregnant. So that was my sort of kick up the arse of, oh shit, I've got a fucking kid on the way.
Yeah,
I need to sort my shit out. Still hard to pull yourself away from the drink and whatever, but it just wasn't as wild.
Yeah.
So fucking I'd actually bought my house before I'd left the army, so I'd fucking 2008 was almost a peak. So 2007, my lowest fucking year I've ever had. But then 2008 was my peak. My missus got pregnant. Right, okay, so we're gonna need an house. Got me fucking house sorted. Started squaring my life away, in the sense of just having purpose.
Yeah.
Because I think that's one of the things. Because I was just sat around doing fuck all. There was no fucking reason for my existence in my head. And I was just like, this is fucking wild. What the fuck? I need to do something. So I got the house, and it needed quite a bit of work doing. So I was just fucking cracking on with it, purpose. And I was, all right, yeah. So then got medically discharged on the 2nd of February 2009. And I was a fucking civvy. It was a bit of a scary moment, because I wasn't sure if my guaranteed income payment was going to kick straight in. So there was a bit of a apprehension about that, which 1 month my wages stopped, the next month my GPI started, so I was a bit more relieved on that. And then I was like, right, I need to get a fucking job, I need to go find something to do. And so just bouncing from job to job because I couldn't fucking settle. Most I stayed was 6 months because I was still in that squaddie mentality of like, you go and do stuff for 6 months and you move on.
So in this transition period, was there any support from the military at all?
No, I had been absolutely left on my own. Turns out there was a reason for that. I'd slipped through the net. So the Grenadiers are one of the only regiments to have a regimental casualty officer and support network for injured, wounded, sick and bereaved families of Grenadiers. So they'd set that up off the back end of 2007, just trying to fucking help the lads, like. But because I was attached to the Royal Anglians, I'd gone down on their casualty list, not the Grenadiers casualty list. Although the Grenadiers knew about me, knew that I was shot, knew that I was getting medically discharged, all the rest of it. Like it wasn't written down anywhere. It was
an admin error.
It's just an admin. Yeah, it's just it happens. I'm not throwing shade at the army or the military as a whole. It happens. There's a reason why all these protocols that we have now are there, because at some point in the past someone's fucked something up, and it's led to problems. So I slipped through the net originally, and then I was just fucking cracking on with civvy life. I started hearing about military charities, so Blesma, fucking absolute phenomenal fucking charity. They was involved before I was medically discharged. They'd sent me away skiing, also fucking amazing charity. Not Forgotten Association, they'd sent me on a trip. Just these trips was rehabilitation. They're just
a jolly.
They're just a jolly. But it's well worth, it is needed, because at that time I wasn't doing the squaddies don't do that. Oh yeah, let's go on holiday, do they? Or my era certainly didn't, or I certainly fucking didn't. The only holidays I had, or respites that I had from normal daily jogging, was these fucking trips that Blesma and shit was taking me on. I was fucking doing all of that. And then On Course Foundation sort of came about. I don't know if you've heard about these. So On Course Foundation deal, so they get injured, sick and wounded soldiers into use golf as rehabilitation. But then they also get them into the golf industry. And I was asked through Blesma. I was asked to go on this pilot scheme with John Simpson, who was the founder, and went out to Florida. He says, right, okay, this is what we're planning. This is what we want to do. This is how it looks. We need a name for it. So we was all sat around this fucking table in this clubhouse in Florida, discussing what they're going to call this fucking charity, and they called it On Course Foundation. Started growing legs. Then they got an opportunity for a greenkeeper apprenticeship, and it was up my end, half hour, 40 minutes up the road at Gainsborough Golf Course, which is owned by Ping. And it was John rang me up one day, says, "Oh yeah, do you fancy being a greenkeeper?" I was like, I don't know what the fuck that is, but okay, yeah, let's do it. So he'd fucking gone away. He'd sorted out some funding. Poppy Factory, they had paid my first year's wages, so it wasn't costing the club anything. I got enrolled in an apprenticeship to do my MVQ level 2 sports turf management. I think it's 2 or 3 sports turf management and golf courses. Did that. Fucking there for 18 months doing that. And the agreement was, when I went and did that, it's if someone leaves while you're here, you've got their job basically. We have to go through the process of advertising, whatever, but effectively it's your fucking job.
Yeah.
We'll just keep you on. Nobody fucking left, and my mental health had started taking a bit of a fucking nosedive again. There's trouble at home, fucking whatever. There's lots of shit going on. So then that come to an end, and I was just sort of, got into the landscaping. Started working for a local business. Boss was a bit of a fucking idiot, just a knob. Treated me as fucking dirt. Kept giving me all the shit jobs that I didn't want to do, even though I wanted to do more of the hard landscaping. He kept sticking me on fucking grass cuts and stuff. I understand it because I had a horticultural qualification. I understand it, but at the time I wasn't fucking enjoying it. And then so I was like, fuck this, I'm off. Laters, I'm out. I'm fucking gone. And I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna do my own shit. Do what I want to do. So I started my own landscaping up, and that went really well. And that was the longest job I have had to date. So I'd done that for 6 years, but then I broke both my arms.
Fucking hell. You love it, didn't you?
I was on my mountain bike, Leeds Urban Bike Park, and fucking went over the handlebars and landed with my fucking hands in front of me, completely obliterated my right elbow and rearranged my left hand. So I've got metalwork in my right elbow now, and my hand got reconstructed.
and I'm guessing hands and arms are quite important to a landscaper.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, I did try cracking on, but this was. So that happened literally like 2 or 3 weeks before COVID kicked in.
Yeah. Okay.
And so,
because I was going to say, so when we first met, you was landscaping. You had your own landscaping business. So obviously, you and I have met on
we have.
Operation Homefront, Construction Squad, Operation Homefront.
Yeah.
And a few months ago, I interviewed Kev Godlington, who was one of the guys that summited Everest with Al Khan's. And how did you get involved in that?
What, in the Homefront?
Yeah.
I can't actually fucking remember, if I'm honest. I don't know if it was like an email come round through, from one of these charities, or they've all fucking sent it out and says, looking for bods to go on telly. And I was like, I've got a face for radio, but fuck it, I'll give it a go. And
to be fair, that was my experience. Like, it was something that was going around, and it was like, I'll apply, like not thinking anything of it, and then the next thing you know, you're on TV.
Yeah.
I think that, I mean, don't get me wrong, the series flopped, didn't it?
Massively,
quite heavily. But what an idea! I thought the premise of it was incredible. Like, it was basically DIY SOS, but all ex-squaddies doing. What did we do? An equine centre, fucking a lifeboat place. Like, there was loads of big projects, and
there was 5 in total, wasn't there? The lifeboat centre I missed out on because that was the first one that was recorded, and then the
first one was the Scout Hut in.
Oxford. Scout Hut.
Yeah. But I mean, such a great idea, and my memory, because obviously we sort of got. I remember the first one you came to, and it was like, "Oh, Stu, come here! Like, there's another guy here with one eye." You know what Kev was like?
Yeah,
it's like that.
Kev was like, "Hey, you two fucking idiots! To each other,
yeah." Talk. That was it, wasn't it? You two talk about something. It's like, fucking hell. But I do remember. I mean, so my own experience, I was drinking and snorting coke heavily back then. And my memory of you was, I recall, correct me if I'm wrong, but there was a lot of anger there, because I remember there was another youngish lad on set, and like, I've got memories of like doing man tests and like roll like that sort of like the squaddie, like, come here, like
I was pretty fucking full on.
Yeah,
still very young, fucking immature. I was just a bit of a fucking idiot. Just fucking getting amongst it, wasn't it? Just
yeah. So through all this time, was there? I know you mentioned about going on the trips, but had you reached out for support on the PTSD?
When was the first time? I think it was like 2012. It would have been about the same time as doing that show, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mental health wasn't great. And I was just in a bit of a internal fucking implosion. And everything I was doing at the time was just to fuck me up and fuck everybody, because I've hurt myself quite a few fucking times. You know, I was cutting myself, which is never fucking fun to try and explain to kids. But I was cutting myself. So I was having quite a bit of drama. And the missus just had enough one day. Says, "Look, you need to go get," because I was quite an angry man as well. I was fucking getting on it every night. Just fucking, I was quite responsible in the sense that, you know, I'd have a few fucking sherbets or drinks in the evening, but then once I'd gone to bed, I was all right. I'd get up, I'd function, but I was just a bit of a fucking liability. And Mrs. turned around and said, "Look, you need to fucking sort your shit out, or I'm fucking leaving with the kids," because I'd had two kids by this point. And she was just like, I can't fucking, I don't want the kids to watch you implode. It's not nice for them. I don't want to watch it. You need to do something about it. Get your fucking shit together. So that was first fucking bout of counselling. I went to the doctors. What as well as having that conversation with the missus, what also fucking triggered it is I couldn't get an hard on.
Okay.
Which people don't fucking realise, that when you are that fucked up mentality, like certain bodies parts don't work. It's just like, I just wasn't getting aroused. So that was like, oh shit, okay, I actually fucking need to do something about this. So went off to the doctors and said to him, "Look, I got shot in the head. This is happening. I'm fucking angry as fuck. I'm trying to fucking destroy myself. I need some fucking help." And he was like, "Oh, right, okay." So asked me a load of fucking questions, and this is you're depressed. We'll fire over to. So at that point, the Lincolnshire NHS had just got the contract, the first contract for military mental health stuff. So it's like super buzzwordy around here. And he referred me to this place called the Archway Centre, which is like a counselling hub place. And he referred me on I think it was a Tuesday. By the Thursday, when I went in to see him, he says, "All right, they'll get hold of you within 2 weeks, and then they'll get you in for an appointment, but it'll be pretty fucking swish like, because of it was when this veteran priority shit started coming in, so they was like, fucking, they'll get hold of you within 2 weeks, and they'll take it from there." And I was like, "All right, whatever." Anyway, that was on the Tuesday. On the Thursday, someone from the Archway Centre had rang me and says, "All right, we've got a referral here. We want to get you in. Are you about tomorrow?" The fuck? Like, I suppose I can be. I wasn't working at the time, so I was like, okay, fucking whatever. So, but literally within 4 days from going to the doctors, I was having an assessment. Where they ask you all the fucking questions. What's the type of person you prefer to talk to? Male, female, old, young, whatever. All the fucking random questions, just so they can find a fit for you. Fucking did. I can't remember how long I did for that. I think it was about 7 or 8 weeks. I did on the bounce every week. I always remember oh fucking hell, I got a frog in my throat. Hang on. I always remember going into the first one, and it was this really young lass. I mean, no disrespect to her, but she just gave off the vibe that she was straight out of uni.
Yeah.
And I remember the first thing she fucking said to me. She says, "Look, Alex, I can't make it go away, but I can help you live with it." And I was like, and I remember sitting there thinking, holy shit, hang on a minute. I've got to deal with this bullshit the rest of my life.
Yeah.
What? That's fucking mental. But it's so that was a real fucking another eye opener into the mental health world. And I was like, fucking hell, okay, right. It's fucking best dig deep into this.
Did you see it out, the course of therapy?
Yeah, for as long as it lasted. It come to an end because I was going on a trip. I can't remember what trip I was going on, but I was going on a trip, and it was a 2-week trip. And she was like, "Oh well, normally, if you're not here for more than 2 weeks, it sort of stops the therapy. But what we'll do, yeah, it's just the protocols they had in place." And I was just like, whatever. Yeah, she says, yeah, what we'll do is we'll call this like the last one, and then but we'll keep it open ended. And then when you come back, if you need a bit more support or help, we'll just contact us and we'll fucking crack on. It was just before Christmas. It was like beginning of December this time. This was happening, so it yeah. So we were then into the Christmas silly season, and yeah, life just got away from us and it just fucking cracked on. I was on antidepressants as well at the same time. They put me on fluoxetine, I think. They'd ran out and I was just like, I'm not going to bother fucking renewing that. It's just fucking cracked on.
So did you take anything out of the therapy? Do you think it was beneficial? Was there any?
It leveled me out to start with. Yeah, it leveled me out for a bit, but then because I hadn't actually dealt with anything, I just relieved a little bit of pressure, I suppose.
I put a bandage on it.
Yeah, just put a band. Yeah, just like let a bit of the pressure out and bang the fucking bandage back on it, and crack on. And then a few years fucking later, then I started up my landscape company, which is then where the Colonel's Fund got involved, because I to get the business off the ground, I needed a bit of financial support. Then I went I emailed the adjutant of the Grenadier Guards.
As you do, yeah.
I didn't know who the fuck to talk to, so I was fucking pinged him an email, and literally within 10 minutes of that email being sent, I had Matt Elmer, which is my regimental casualty officer, on the blower saying, "Who the fuck are you? Where are you? I'm coming to see you tomorrow."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh shit, who the fuck is this dude?" Anyway, he come up the next day. He says, "We fucking missed you. What do you need? Whatever the fuck you want, we will fucking provide because we've missed you. We should have caught you earlier. Admin error. We fucking missed you. What do you need?" So from that point, the fucking regiment's been fucking gleaming. Matt comes probably every 3 months now.
Nice.
Yeah, sees me. He takes me out for, like, I saw him a couple of weeks ago. He took me out for breakfast, just out of the chinwag, just fucking small talk.
That's fucking
then,
brilliant, that is.
Yeah, talking to, ask me how I am, is there anything that needs help with welfare wise? Yeah, it's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
I did a short documentary while I was at BFBS about it. And I think they're actually putting it out or put it out. I don't know. But they, it's because there's only, I think, 3 regiments in the whole of the British Army or military as a whole that has a regimental casualty officer. So it's fucking phenomenal. I rant and rave about him all the time. Yeah, because it's phenomenal. But so that's how I got involved with that. And then then the TV stuff kicked off, and I was all right mentally. But I was still very much a little wavy in moods, and shit was fucking whatever. And then when was this been in? So I was running a business for a few years, and then I was still quite heavy on the alcohol, and I fucking had a bit of a party at my house, and we all got fucking levered. One of my mates thought I was doing something that I wasn't doing with another female, and he was fucking being a twat and pissed up. He was threatening to take it to my missus, and I just lost my shit and fucking smashed him about. Which then there was another trigger point of going, I should probably deal with this now. So then got hold of Matt, says, "Look, this is the fucking problem. I'm in court how the fuck do I go about sorting this out? And he put me onto a 6-week program with 12-week program that Walking with the Wounded do.
Yeah.
Where
Is that the Warrior program?
I don't know what it's called. They it's just a 12-week program where they find you a private specialist psychology, whatever the role is, one up from a counsounsellor.
Psychiatrist.
We'll go with that. Yeah, psychiatrist. Just found one literally around the corner from my house. So then started going to that. So the reason I jumped on that is it would look good in court.
Yeah, of course.
Those that's been there, you do shit to make yourself look good in court.
Well, I work for a drug and alcohol service, and the amount of clients we have turning up purely based on the fact that they're going to court because it looks good, and they engage until they get their Gucci report, and then you never see them again. Which it's life, though, isn't it? Like it's how the game works.
Oh yeah, and it certainly is a game. So went through court, got a slap on the wrist, which was an absolute fucking lucky escape. Going through this 12-week program, got to the end of it, I was like, this is actually helping. It's making me think stuff. As well as helping me psychologically, I was learning stuff about psychology, like what fires together, wires together, why you react a particular way in this particular scenario. The psychologist I had, a psychotherapist that I had, she was fucking absolutely phenomenal, and she was a no bullshit type person. So like if she asked you a question and you're like, oh well, I don't really, she'd be like, shut the fuck up, tell me the fucking answer.
Yeah.
I mean, she wouldn't swear at me, obviously, but she's very
it's what
professional.
You needed.
Yeah, and it's being a squaddie, that's exactly what fucking works. It's like, right, this is the fucking problem. This is why you are working. This is why you are reacting like this because of X, Y, Z. And every session, I came away knowing something more about myself. Ended up doing 3.5 years on a weekly basis with her, and put me in the best place I've ever fucking been. Got diagnosed with severe complex PTSD. Top tier fucking PTSD level, and it was it was fucking just learned so much about myself, and it was not just about myself, but like how humans like think about stuff and react to stuff. It was phenomenal, and I always recommend anybody that's having any type of psychological problems, like go see a fucking psychologist. Like, nothing against the NHS, but go private, because when you're paying for it, you want more out of it.
Yeah.
And then when you want more out of it, you do get so much more out of it. Yeah.
Well, I think so. The journey I've been on therapy and starting my training to become a therapist and being in weekly therapy. Therapy's a journey. It's not, unless it's CBT, which is a lot of the NHS does, because it can. There's a defined period, and there's sort of, you can analyze outcomes. Do you know what I mean? Whereas with therapy, like as you said, you was having it for 3.5 years, and it's like therapy's a process and an ongoing process. And I like what you said, because I think people think therapy are, I don't know, like it's going to be like bringing up stuff from my childhood and all this. Maybe there's an element of that, but I like what you said about it's a learning process. It's a good therapist. It's not all about you. It's about learning and educating yourself. And I don't know.
That's exactly it. It's like you've got to learn about why you do what you do, why you think like you think. Going back to the what if questions. The reason I was thinking of that is because my negative side of my brain was going, well, it could have been fucking far worse if, this had happened, if that had happened. So that's where the what if questions come from. And you've got to turn that into, them negativities into some sort of positive. And, instead of asking myself, well, what if, it's well, it didn't. So get the fuck up and get the fuck on. Yeah. You are still alive. You are still fucking kicking. Go fucking carry on kicking.
Because I think it's the nature of the human race and how complex our mind works. You don't have to have been through some traumatic war trauma to to have these negative thoughts. I mean, you see it everywhere in life, and there's a responsibility. So a therapist or a psychiatrist can't fix that for you. They can give you the tools, but it's your responsibility to, as you say, man up, get on with it, reframe it, and go, yeah. Cheers, fucking inner critic in my head. Cheers for that. But go away. I'm going to think this, and off we go.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's just changing that mentality from a negative to a positive. And a lot of people, I have a lot of dealings with a lot of fucking veterans, as you probably do as well, Stu. You know, and the amount of times I fucking heard, oh yeah, but it's not that easy. No, it's not fucking easy. It's not easy for a reason. It is a fucking learning curve, a very steep one at that, and a journey. You've got to get from point A to point B. You know, if you want to go anywhere, you know, psychologically, you've got to put the fucking work in.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's the same with anything with, you know, like going to the gym, you know, you want to lose weight, well, you got to put the fucking work in. You know, you don't just turn up, you don't just wake up one day and go, oh shit, I've lost 3 stone. That's fucking banging. It doesn't work like that. Life is a grind. Life is fucking nails. You've got to get up. You've got to keep fucking grinding.
Fucking I couldn't agree more. And working in addiction services, you can I say to him, like, it ain't fucking easy. It's going to be fucking hard work, but I promise you it'll be worth it.
Oh, yeah.
And I can relate to it. When I was in full-on addiction, I just dreamt of the day someone could give me a pill and take it all away. But do you know what, Stu? Fucking that ain't happening. Certainly not in the foreseeable future.
It's too fucking easy as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And if it's easy to go from that way, you know, addiction to clean, it's just as easy to go back from clean to addiction. You know, it's a fucking switch, isn't it? And instead of having shit like that as a switch, have it as a fucking pulley reel that you've got to fucking properly grind that in to fucking get to where you want to be. Yeah, it is a fucking massive journey dealing with mental health or any type of, you know, addiction or like that. It is, you've got to fucking grind at it. And that's all I've been doing this last fucking, nearly 20 years now. Yeah.
So it sounds like you can't, I mean, I don't want to use the term come out the other side because, as you say, it's always, you're always working at it.
Yeah.
But tell us, so I think you briefly mentioned BFBS. What this new Alex, should we call it, with a positive mindset? What has he been up to?
So, how that all come about, which I don't think I fucking said. While I'd broken my arms, beginning of 2020, TikTok had just sort of released, and it was all the rage, all the kids wanted it, and having 2 teenage daughters at the time, I was very much like, well, I don't want them just jumping on it. I don't know what's on there. It's a new platform, you know. I don't know what the fuck's on there. So I jumped on there. Download it onto my phone because that's literally all I could fucking do was scroll with my thumb. I had a double fucking cast on for like 8 weeks. I was in absolute turbo. I just like to, you know, shout out to Sarah, my current missus, for doing the stuff that missus probably shouldn't be doing. But yeah, I
can only imagine, mate.
yeah, and I was just sat there on the sofa daily, just doom scrolling through fucking TikTok, seeing what sort of content was on there, and then the more I fucking doom scrolled, the more I was coming across military creators, you know, talking about military life or, you know, funny military skits or, you know, just fucking, you know, random shit revolving around the military. And then the month sort of moved on, and we was into, you know, getting to the back end of March, the beginning of May, which is my bang day. And I thought to myself, do you know what? I've done a few little fucking shit videos with the kids, you know, like fucking dancing up the fucking stairs to bed and shit like that. It got to bang day, and I got quite a fucking bit, you know, following quite a few lads talking about military stuff. I was like, do you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to, you know, sit there. You know, I was laying on the floor in my fucking lounge at the time, and I was just like, at the camera at a really awkward angle. And I fucking says, you know, just going through, I was fucking shot in the head. It happened like this. And it went fucking mental. Yeah, just fucking. I think that hit like 750,000 views.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. It's gone now, like, because I'd lost that account because I was an absolute dickhead. But yeah, it just fucking started from there. Really, just fucking put the story out there. It went mental, and then just fucking started gathering followers. I didn't quite understand like what it all meant and shit like that because I wasn't much of a social media bod at the time. Yeah, I mean, it's still quite young at that point when in 2000. Well, it'd been about, well, Facebook had been about for fucking ages, but do you know what I mean? Like, what we know as social media today was still quite fresh in its infancy. So, just fucking started doing more and more videos and started started playing with it and taking the piss and then, reacting to shit comments and fucking, then jumping on fucking people, that, because I used to get a lot of the, oh, you're a fucking baby killer and, all the fucking dickhead comments that people that's never fucking stepped foot on a battlefield don't have a fucking clue. And they don't even know the big picture of why we're actually there or, all the rest of the shit. They, just fucking idiots that, trolls as they're called, that just don't have a fucking clue of the wider world. Probably still wet behind the fucking ears and, getting breastfed off their mother. Do you know what I mean? They're just fucking dickheads. Just fucking cracked on. So
how did you get involved in this BFBS course?
That was this time last year.
That kicked off.
Recent?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Literally last winter we did it. There was another fucking email that went out, and I was like, fucking yeah, right. I didn't know. I just off the back. It was just coming off the back of building my extension at the time, so I wasn't working, and I was like, do you know what? Fucking yeah, might lead to a job, and then off the back of it, I'll fucking see where we were at, and then. Just fucking went down, started doing it. Production manager's course at BFBS Academy started last September. In fact, I'm back down there next week for the new courses Freshers Week to talk about my time last year.
Yeah, because BFBS is what British Forces Broadcasting Service. So every garrison, so you got TV channels, so you could be in Germany or Cyprus or wherever, or even probably Camp Bastion. Not that I spent a lot of time there, and you could they broadcast obviously BFBS news channels, forces stuff, but they also do. I'm sure they do EastEnders. They do. BBC.
Yeah, they do all the regular stuff. They have a lot of sport coverage. That's their biggest thing people sign into. Radio, so they have like fucking radio shows that's broadcasted to like naval ships in the middle of the fucking Atlantic. They're fucking everywhere, and wherever there's a big military presence, that's they have a radio show broadcasting. So Cyprus, Canada, UK. They did have one out in Afghan. They had one out in Iraq when they was operational. I think they've got one down in Brunei. I think they've got one down in Brunei. A few other places
maybe.
Probably, yeah. Oh, yeah. They have one down in Falklands. Yeah. So yeah, they're just fucking everywhere. They know what they're doing when it comes to media stuff. So yeah, they put this. They do it every year. It's been running for a couple of years, 5-6 years. I think they've been running it, and I just jumped on it. Got accepted onto it because there was a bit of a selection process. So fucking jumped on that. And I walked into the fucking the classroom day one, and someone was like, "I fucking recognise you." I was like, "Oh shit, here we go." But yeah, and it was like, "I fucking recognise you from somewhere," and I was like, "I don't know." It's just I fucking know you from somewhere, but I don't know where. Anyway, it turns out they'd seen some of my videos on Tinterweb, but not on my profile, on one of the other profiles that I do content for. Yeah.
So how many profiles do you do content for? Because you've had, obviously, I've seen your funny skit videos, your serious stuff, your like you've had about 4 different podcasts, didn't you? Like,
Yeah.
what?
So the content I actually produce the channels I actually produce content for is my own personal ones, Guards of Media, UVG, which is UK Veterans Gaming. I'm sort of their media bod for them, although I haven't really done an awful lot with them recent. I've been quite busy. Veterans Comedy Club, I'm the media bod for them. So that's the 3 main ones that I do content for off my own back.
Yeah.
But then of recent, I've been doing We Served, the new company starting up for veterans.
What is We Served? Because I have seen it. Like, I've
So
seen your videos.
So basically, it's all in one hub for veterans. There's a verified community on there. There's you get discounts and stuff, jobs board. There's loads of stuff. It's all manner of stuff on there for them. So they've been doing content for them. Although I've just made the decision to go down a different route and start fucking doing my own company. So I've sort of pulled away from them now. Who else do I fucking make content for? Oh, Blesma. I make some content for Blesma when I go out on day trips. I was away Tuesday actually.
On a narrow boat, wasn't it? I saw that.
But I was on a narrow boat. Yeah, so making some fucking content for them. When I was at BFBS, I made some content for them guys. Yeah, so just fucking everywhere. But also that's just the content that I've been making. I've been on Phil Campion's podcast. What is it? Debrief podcast, I think it's called.
Yeah.
I also co-host Bottom Third podcast, although we made the decision the other day we're going to shit can that one. Just neither all 3 of us. So it's 3 of us who do it. We've not really got the time. When's this going out?
Probably be next Friday.
Oh,
and it may even go out in 2, but so it'll be a couple of weeks. Yeah,
no, that's fine. So was co-host on Bottom Third podcast. I've just started my own podcast up, Index Podcast. It's basically pretty similar to what you guys do. Just it's going to be me and my mate who lives next door, sat in that fucking corner, fucking chinwagging, talking about fucking military shit.
Yeah.
So
because there are quite a few content creators, like veterans that I've seen.
There's loads. There's more and more serving bods I'm coming across as well now.
Oh, I wonder how their chain of command feels about that.
Some of them get a bit twitchy. There's a what's her name? I can't remember her name now. There's a lass I follow or friends with on TikTok. She's powerlifter. Yeah, she had to get special permission from her chain of command to be posting.
Yeah. Because I don't know about you. So, I mean, I've only been doing it maybe a year, and again, I put bits together, and I don't know how it really works, but I mean, I do it. I find I fucking enjoy it. I find it quite therapeutic. Like I don't really care whether it gets 1 viewer or 1,000. It's like I don't know. It's like therapeutic and fun. Like I never thought I'd.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I started doing it right at the beginning. Is it was therapy. It was off the back of my 3.5 years psychotherapy. Like it was just another way for me to sit, talk, and process. Yeah. And just because blokes are blokes, aren't they? Sometimes we don't talk about shit when we really should be. And I've put videos out there where I've been fucking sat down here in my cave just fucking crying because I don't know what the fuck to do with myself. Something's fucking happened and I don't know how to deal with it. So I'll stick my fucking phone or camera up and I'll, it's a bit fucking cringy, but, normalizes mental health. People need to fucking talk about it. So it was an avenue for me to offload some shit. It was received very well most of the time. You get your odd 1 or 2 fucking knobheads that just what you fucking sit right. Not real if you fucking got a camera. Fucking whatever.
That's fucking your problem, mate. Go go fuck your dog or something. So I shouldn't say that, but you know.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't realise that they're not enjoying that content. They can fucking swipe. They don't have to watch it. They do not have to watch it. It drives me fucking
you're right
nuts.
though. What it says something about their mentality where like, and it goes with it's. I mean, before the invention of TikTok, it'd be like. So like be sat there in, I don't know, in the fucking common room or the fucking naffy or something, and it'd be like, this program's shit. And, well, fucking turn the channel then. Like if it's shit, fucking change it. And it's this, and it's even easier with TikTok, as you say. It's like that. Just fucking keep scrolling.
Yeah, just scroll. Yeah.
But these dickheads, it's like, no. What I'm going to do is I'm going to carry on watching it. Then I'm going to fucking comment on it and call this bloke. It's like fucking hell, mate. How shit must your life be?
Yeah, that's exactly how shit is their fucking life for them to, you know. But there are actual people, and I've discovered this the hard way, is that there is, if you react to the shit comments, you get more shit comments, because how the algorithm works is they bunch all them dickheads together. So if my video ends up on some fucking idiots that's got no better to do with his fucking life than sit there and put shitty comments in a comments box, if I react to that, I'll get more of them. Which was why I sort of lost my first 2 TikTok accounts. Because I was just a fucking idiot. I just rage baiting them. Just fucking rage baiting them. It just kept going into their little fucking spider web of people and connections, and it's fucking hell, yeah. It was fun, but it's not a very good example, really. But
So you mentioned the Veterans Comedy Club, and so the muster point is hosting a celebration of remembrance. And I thought, well, what, and I mean, this is the first time I've ever organised such an event. And I thought, right, what do we have on these sort of events? A DJ, tick, live band, tick. My mate Alex is involved in that Veteran Comedy Club. That'd be fucking fitting, wouldn't it? So you and 3 of the others are coming down, but because you mentioned that you do social media stuff for them, but by the sounds of it, you're also into a bit of stand-up. So what is the Veterans Comedy Club? I mean, does what it says in the tin. But
that's exactly it. It's just the Veterans Comedy Club says exactly what it is on the tin. It's a load of veterans that do stand-up comedy. It was off the back of the RBL's off an RBL pilot scheme. They set up a one-off thing to see how it would work called Recovery Through Comedy.
Yeah.
And they was looking for people to go up to Battleback Centre to do it. And me being a fucking infantry, I didn't read the email properly. I was at the point of looking at getting into public speaking.
Yeah.
In the email, it says, I could help with public speaking. That's all I fucking read. Like, all I fucking read. So I was like, right, fuck it. I'll, sign up for this. Got accepted. And then, turned up day 1, week 1 of this week fucking course. And it was like, we're going to learn how to do stand-up comedy. And I was like, whoa, hang on a fucking minute. What the fuck? Like, Jesus. Fuck. That was a fucking steep learning curve.
Yeah.
Because although I do a lot on social media, podcasts and stuff like that, like actually standing in front of people talking is very fucking hard. So
and then throw in the mix that people are expecting you to be funny. Even the professionals, I've been to some comedy nights where they're doing sort of new material, and it's like, hey, you're shit. Like, there's a massive process to it. Like I mean, and there's very few Ricky Gervaises, and like the top echelon of comedians is like, it's like a pyramid, isn't it? Like,
There's only a few at the top because they are that fucking good. But it is fucking nails to try and stand up on a stage in front of a mic and then make people laugh. It is very, very hard, and it's. Sorry if people aren't aware of this, but they're all scripted. We spend a lot of time fucking writing a 5-minute script that week, and then you deliver it to the group, and then the group will be like, no, I think you should take this out, change that, make that slightly punchier, and then you're like, and it's all crafted. It is a craft, and you fucking at the end of the week we all stood up. We was opened by Jasper Carrot. Those
lovely.
Those of the old generation will know. Golden Balls, wasn't it? A lot of people will know him from. But he was a stand-up comedy back in the day. So he opened up, and then we fucking delivered our 5-minute set, all of us, and went down an absolute fucking storm. And then the RBL was like, oh shit, hang on, we've actually fucking created something, a bit of a beast here. So they took us on a 4-event tour around the UK. One was Armed Forces Day that year. What fucking year was it? 21? 22? 22, I think it was. Armed Forces Day. Where else? The RBL's National Conference. Another fucking date. And then the last one was Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, it was our last one. And then, we sort of got to the end of the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. RBL, by that point, hadn't just made the decision whether they was going to carry on and do it or whether they was just going to chin it off. So we was like, I remember pulling all the fucking bods together in a car park opposite a pub, and I says, look, we can't let this fucking die. This is, because we've created some really good, strong friendships, and you'll see them when we come down. Like, we fucking hit each, verbally assault each other hard, because we are really close friends. We just sort of fucking pulled everyone aside and said, look, I don't want this to end. I enjoy doing this. It's given me something that I never thought it would do, and I don't want this to fucking end. Basically, who's fucking with me? Are we doing something with this? So then, off the back of that, we had a few discussions. Like, okay, this is what we're doing. We're gonna create the Veterans Comedy Club, which is registered CIC, and we just fucking cracked on, do events, go around, do gigs. Signed the Armed Forces Covenant as well. Did that beginning of the year, I think it was. We've had a bit of a break over this summer because we've all got shit going on. But I think your gig's the first one we're back doing. So
Excellent. So what's the sort of, is there a military theme through the comedy?
No, I mean I do a lot of my military stuff because that's what I can't fucking get away from it. Because all my content I put out online is all military based. Because first time I tried doing like a really serious video about landscaping, because part of one of the fucking accounts that I had was landscaping, but all I kept getting asked when I showed my face was, what happened to your eye? What happened to your eye? Yeah. What the fuck's going on with your eye? So it always comes back to being military. So I was just like, fuck it, lean into it. So I'll just do fucking military stuff. I forgot what the fucking question was. Oh no, so it's not all military. I'm just military. Jill, she's ace. So she got called a professional fucking stand-up comic not so long ago. Wow. She's really, really good. I'm not going to spoil it, but she goes on about fucking ADHD and shit. It's not military. I think I'm the only one that does military content. The rest of them are all a bit fucking out there.
Oh, I'm excited about it. Do you need a heads up on any people that are in attendance that you can take the piss out of?
Not really. I mean, we're all pretty good at thinking on our feet, thinking quick. We're all seasoned a little. I wouldn't say we're seasoned professionals, but we're definitely seasoned now. We've been doing it a while, a couple of years. I mean, me personally, I've probably got 20, 30 gigs. No, not that many. Probably 10, 20 gigs under my belt. So the last one I did actually was in a pub. It was a pub, but working man's club.
Yeah.
Everyone was fucking levered. Yeah, which Interesting. So you fucking, yeah.
Well, it could go one of two ways, couldn't it?
Yeah,
Either
that's
they're going to
exactly
be
it.
like, fucking hell, this is amazing, or they're going to
Yeah.
be throwing shit at you.
So the picture a little bit. There was so I was on the stage and there's like a load of tables in front of us, but then on the left hand side of the room there was like a raised bit where the bar was, and there's a fucking lad there, absolutely fucking levered, just like proper like fucking dance, like not intentionally, just like fucking wobbling all over the shop, like trying to keep his fucking eyes open and shit because he's that fucked up. And I actually had to start. I was like, can someone get him a seat before he falls over? Like paperwork's gonna be a nightmare. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, just fucking working with what you've got. So it's it's pretty entertaining.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. This, I mean, you think what 6 weeks, 7 weeks away, maybe? It'll be fucking. Yeah. I've got so much to do.
Yeah, be here before you fucking know it, mate.
Yeah, it'd be good. All right. Is there anything else that you want to add? We've been going 2 hours, 20 minutes. Fucking been brilliant.
Yeah. Well, I can waffle, mate. I can fucking waffle. I don't know. I don't think there's anything I need to add. You're the puppet master in this situation.
Yeah.
You ask the questions.
Oh, I'll
tell you what. I've got a question for you. How are you finding doing the podcast?
Hard. So,
yeah.
So what's actually, so this is probably the lot. So we had two. So we had the Muster Point podcast, which was me and Steve talking shit about a different topic or within military life and maybe life after. Maybe we'd have people sending messages. We'd do a Muckers Remember, we'd do forces news. And then the way my ADHD mind works, I thought, right, I need to do a Beyond the Wire, and the idea was like highlighting like the smaller organisations out there, because I've become increasingly aware that there is a lot of support. There are a lot of good things going on in the veteran community, and people don't know about it. And I've learned some incredible things. In the early days, well, at the beginning of the year when we started, Steve and I would meet in person. I had a Tascam Mixcaster, mics, fucking a lot, and it's like creating the content or a sort of storyboard of this is where it's going to go, then recording it, then editing it. And it was, don't get me wrong, it's fucking brilliant. We had some great feedback. We were in Soldier magazine. But it's hard turning out content every week. And then you compile that because I've got a job, I've got a family, I've got other stuff that I do for the Muster Point, and it becomes hard. And then I employed Riverside, this software, which made it a bit easier. But we've decided to go on a break and maybe look at it again in the new year and come up with, maybe do serialize it. So we've got like an overarching topic with, like, say 8 episodes of different aspects of that topic, maybe cut it right down to about a 40-minute episode each and try and hit them in one, really rigid, sticking to the plan as best as possible. And then it just hopefully makes it a bit easier, but that's next year. It's tough, isn't it, mate?
Yeah. It's fucking nails. Like everyone, when I was at BFBS, I did a bit of time with the social media team, and I was saying to him, says, "Oh, right, you guys, you're all really good at social media stuff. How come you've not got massive fucking social media followings? Personal accounts type stuff?" And the head of social media, Jackie, she turned around and said to me, she says, "Look, Alex, when you're in social media, you don't like doing social media because it's work and it's a grind." And I didn't really fucking like understand where she was coming from. And then I fucking finished my course and got picked up by WeServe straight off the back of it. And then it sort of struck home. Is like, when you're making content daily for an organization, it is so hard to fucking do your own. If you've got a full-time job, having the motivation to get home at an evening to then go, right, okay, I need to make this video. But hang on, I need to fucking spend time with the kids. I've not seen the kids all day. Oh shit. Okay, right. So it's a fucking balancing act. It really is a balancing act. Yeah, you got to fucking. really fine tune how long you're spending on stuff.
Yeah.
And if you haven't got time to do the social media, see you later.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking the phone call we had, it was like that thing of, because I think there was a period where I deleted my Facebook account, but Facebook has been something I was used to. But then you've got Instagram, X, TikTok, YouTube, and it's like
Blue Sky, fucking Snapchat.
Fuck
there's
that.
fucking YouTube Shorts, fucking LinkedIn. There's fucking loads of them.
Yeah. And it's like doing it that, and you said, look up this app. It's fucking brilliant. And I tell you what, it's like you upload the video or the short, you upload the description, bang, and it goes bosh to all the platforms you want to. And it's like, thank fuck for Alex telling me about this, because that was
it's at that Metrical,
yeah fuck. Yeah, and then you get shit comments like, so yeah, cheers mate, fuck you.
Thanks for your interaction. I'm at the point now where when I get shit comments, mate, I'm just like, well, it just help just think to myself, helps the algorithm, drive the algorithm. So I'm just like, fucking whatever, dickhead. Thanks for your input. Yeah.
Well, it's been an absolute fucking honour having you on, Alex. Like, it's good to catch up. I'm looking forward to the 15th of November. I'm hoping, we're getting nearer the time. Hopefully some of your followers will come along and join us, even if it's just to see you. That'd be great. But yeah, cool.
Yeah, no, it's been a pleasure being here, mate. It's like you said, good catching up, good chinwag. Looking forward to the 15th as well. I'll get some out of my fucking TikTok and shit on my places that I do stuff.
All right, cool. All right, take it easy.
Yeah, cheers, man. You too.